How's it going? This is Norm, KC9CSC from Shacking Off. I had an ICOM IC2300H 2-meter 65-watt FM transceiver and a unit in Bearcat 980 SSB CB radio sitting sad, alone, and unused in my shack for over a year. Last spring, I figured it was time to put them to good use and finally install them into my 2014 Ram 1500 pickup truck. Nothing that I did in this install is new or groundbreaking. Heck, I'm not even sure it's the best way to do it. However, this works for my situation, and I figure it may give anyone else out there with a similar vehicle a few ideas. I spent a number of nights looking under the hood, planning the installation and ordering parts, but the actual install only took about 2 hours. Both radios are mounted on top of a Ram drill-down marine electronic mount with the medium arm. This mount has a height of 7.35 inches fully extended, but adjusts almost in the angle. The Ram mount is secured to the floor tray in front of the center console. The floor tray can be easily removed by lifting up the rubber mat on top of the tray and removing 2 bolts. After removing the floor tray, I drilled 3 holes that corresponded with the holes in the round base of the Ram mount. The Ram mount was secured to the tray using 3 bolts, large fender washers, and lock nuts. I can easily remove the Ram mount and the radios with a few quick turns of a knob if I ever need the extra space or if the XYL wants to sit in the center seat at the drive-in on date night. The Bearcat CB radio was mounted directly onto the top of the Ram mount using its own factory bracket. I purchased this Pro Trucker universal mounting bracket to attach the ICOM IC2300H's factory bracket to the CB. I ended up just needing the 2 L brackets from this mount, which are secured by the same knob that holds the CB to its mounting bracket. I soon discovered that the ICOM mounting bracket would slowly work its way down and land on top of the CB radio, no matter how much I tightened the CB radio's bracket's knobs. The problem was solved by placing a couple plastic shims between the CB and the ICOM. I plan on making a custom bracket to mount both radios together that will make for a cleaner install. The next step was getting power and RF to the radios. This NMO bracket is made by Common Antennas and mounts to the truck's fenders with this existing bolt. Before I installed the bracket, I removed the bolt and cleaned the bottom of the bolt and all the threads with a liberal spray of contact cleaner to ensure a good ground connection. The mount clears the hood nicely and hasn't scratched the paint. I used the power cable that came with the ICOM IC2300H. The positive side connects directly to the battery post here with a crimped ring terminal. The negative terminal of the battery connects directly to the body of the truck here. The negative side of the power cable connects at this point with another crimped ring terminal. The fuses are close to the battery on both the positive and negative leads. Attached to the bracket is this diamond antenna NMO mount that comes with 13.5 feet of RG316 attached to one end. On the other end is a small SNMA connector that allows the cable to be fished through small areas. It came with an SNMA female to PL259 adapter to connect to the transceiver. The coax runs around the hinge of the hood where there's this super soft foam weather stripping. Here the hood cannot smash the small diameter coax. Originally I was hesitant about drilling through the firewall. Then I noticed this large plastic piece. This is where the clutch master cylinder would go if this truck had a manual transmission. Drilled a hole through the plastic, chucked a rubber grommet in the hole, and ran the cables through. Inside the truck, the coax and power cable goes through the firewall and under the carpet. It's safe and out of the way of the pedals. The cable comes out at the center console and exits right behind the radios. Some wire loom to tidy things up, and Bob's your uncle. I keep a rag on top of my radios when not in use. This keeps the dust off and the radios looking nice and clean. This mounting location is perfect for my situation. I can rest my arm on the armrest and put my hand down when I need to poke at the radios. I mounted the ICOM microphone to the left of the center screen with a 3M hook. In this location, I can control the radio without having to look down from the road. The CB mic hanger is mounted sideways on the ICOM bracket, which keeps the core out of the way. It's not the most convenient location, but I really hardly ever use a CB mic. I also think this setup looks pretty swell at night. And that's it. Thanks for watching.